Heed this notice contains spoilers for Doctor Who season 15, episode 8, titled The Reality War. In this episode, Ncuti Gatwa's tenure as the 15th Doctor came to an unexpected conclusion. And although some ongoing storylines were wrapped up, others were left dangling, and fresh arcs were introduced. Interesting. And while the future of Doctor Who season 16 has not been officially confirmed, it's widely anticipated that it will take place whether or not Disney ends its partnership with the BBC prematurely. And the biggest point of speculation is when this story will continue again. The finale of Doctor Who season 15 was remarkably messy, yet it missed addressing several major unanswered queries that have surfaced since Russell T Davies resumed as showrunner. However, a few questions were addressed, suggesting that Davies may soon delve into some of his previously established subplots. Despite Ncuti Gatwa's departure, Doctor Who has consistently managed to balance exploring new horizons while respecting its own history. Um, um, and why does the 16th Doctor look like Rose Tyler? Billie Piper may not even be playing the Doctor at all. In a surprising twist, Gatwa's departure from the show mirrored another creative take on the regeneration process of Doctor Who. Following David Tennant's return as the 14th Doctor and the unexpected bi-generational twist that unfolded, I thought Gatwa's goodbye would introduce a fresh face in a more conventional manner. Instead, it was revealed that the Doctor now bears a striking resemblance to Rose Tyler. With Billie Piper confirmed as the new lead actress of Doctor Who, what's left unexplained is why the Doctor now bears Rose's likeness, and whether Piper is indeed portraying the 16th Doctor. It's known that the Doctor might unconsciously adopt a new face, resembling someone they know. But if it's a former companion, that would be an exceptional case. My theory is that, overlap since Rose peered into the TARDIS's heart and became Bad Wolf in The Parting of the Ways, season 1, episode 13 of Doctor Who, essence might still reside within the TARDIS. However, this hasn't been officially verified yet. Miss, how could I do this? Open up the Toymaker's gold tooth. The Master is trapped inside. In the 2023 movie, The Giggle, Neil Patrick Harris's character as the Toymaker was defeated. This triumph was achieved through teamwork by the 15 Doctors. Interestingly, the villain's gold tooth was left behind on Unit's helipad at the end of the battle. This detail was spotted only by the audience as a red-nailed hand collected it. This unresolved mystery, one of the longest standing in Doctor Who's Disney era, remains unsolved. Crew picked up the tooth. The significance of the tooth lies in its role as a prison for the Master, and his captivity represents a setback for the Toymaker. It remains uncertain how deeply the pantheon of gods from Doctor Who will influence the show following Peter Capaldi's era. But it's likely that the return of whoever talks about the tooth is linked to the malevolent deities. Potential candidates could be Maestro, Jinx Monsoon, and the Master, along with other established characters and new ones yet to be revealed. And then between Model 6, who is Doctor Who's boss, the boss has been mentioned a few times, but never revealed. In the Reality War, Steph Dewalli's character, Anita Ben, brings up the boss again when she reappears to assist 15 and Unit. Previously, the Meep had also alluded to the boss in the Star Beast. Similarly, Rogue mentioned a new boss in Doctor Who Season 14, Episode 6. Over time, Russell T Davies has been building this mystery without fully focusing on it. However, Anita's reminder suggests that we may soon learn the true identity of the boss. And it's not entirely clear if the boss is a potential adversary for the Doctor or someone who might support them, given their connection through the Two Heart issue. The boss has been associated with questionable characters such as the Meep and bounty hunters like Rogue. However, Anita seems to have a positive rapport with the boss, and her tone when mentioning this character suggests neutrality rather than caution to this. As I wanted, what's the time schism the 13th Doctor mentioned? Jodie Whittaker's surprise cameo came with a warning in the thrilling episode titled The Reality War. Jodie Whittaker made an unexpected appearance as the 13th Doctor, leaving many astonished. It seemed to me that her character's presence served as a clever way to grant her more screen time in a more favorable period of, as Chris Chibnall's scripts were frequently criticized for being overly ambitious and frustrating fans. Regardless of the truth, it appears that 13 played a significant role behind the scenes in the Reality War, going beyond merely comforting 16 before his regeneration scene. In simpler terms, Whittaker's character as Doctor suggests a significant split in time, which they refer to as a great big time schism. This rift is expected due to 15's actions of overloading the time vortex with regeneration energy. And it appears that Stephen Moffat might be preparing for a new Doctor Who narrative arc by briefly reintroducing the 13th Doctor. The dialogue seems reminiscent of typical science fiction jargon without further context, but it seems intentional. It also feels like Doctor Who is gearing up to revert back to its traditional sci-fi focus after the Chibnall era, which was heavily influenced by fantasy elements. Was there a deeper meaning behind all those fourth wall breaks? Mrs. was built. Flood wasn't the only character to acknowledge the audience, but she did it the most. In the finale of Gatwa's inaugural full Doctor Who episode of 2023, titled The Church on Ruby Road, Anita Dobson's character, Mrs. And then Flood addresses the audience at the end, a device that Russell Davies has frequently employed in his writing, with characters occasionally acknowledging the viewers This includes instances where even the Doctor gazes directly into the camera lens, and in Lux, 15 interacts with Doctor Who fans. These self-referential moments seem to be building towards a significant revelation, but so far they have yet to reach a climax. It appears that Mrs. Flood, who is later revealed to be the Ronnie, has been quite bold in breaking the fourth wall, a characteristic not typically associated with her character. Interestingly, she ceased this behavior after the reveal of her true identity, making those instances where she addressed the audience seem like intentional misdirects or red herrings. Perhaps it's a creative choice by Davies as he returns for another stint as showrunner, but I hope there is a more substantial in-story reason behind this. That is Rogue still alive? Jonathan Groff's Doctor Who character seems close to death in Wishworld. In the 15th season, episode 7 of titled Wishworld, Rogue makes a brief appearance, and here he communicates with the Doctor via a television screen. And previously they had met, and in their last encounter, Rogue plunged into another dimension to save Ruby Sunday, leaving them on different planes. This episode unveils that Rogue is now trapped in a hell-like dimension, which shares many characteristics with common portrayals of hell. Doctor, are you there? I've got limited time. Enemies are approaching, and it seemed like the dark realm we're in is collapsing. I'm not sure if I can make it through this. Rogue in season 15, episode 7, Wish World. In the story Wish World, Rogue's message to the Doctor carries immense importance, for it makes 15 question the integrity of their reality. It appears as though in his dying moments, Rogue is attempting to warn the Doctor about the Ronnie's scheme, even if he doesn't clarify how he gained this knowledge. In a touching manner, Rogue hints at his own impending death in Wishworld, implying that he might have already perished by the end of the reality war. Yet, I would be taken aback if such an intriguing character as Rogue truly met his end, as a thrilling return seems quite probable. 2, why was Susan trying to contact the Doctor? Susan's comeback hasn't really led anywhere yet. In an unexpected turn, Carolyn Ford reprised her role as Susan in season 15, episode 6, The Interstellar Song Contest. It seemed as though she was calling out to her grandfather from a place of distress across time and space. This marked the first significant interaction between these characters in many years, skillfully arranged by Russell Davies. In Wishworld, Susan makes a brief cameo, appearing as a quick flash on TV during Rogue's warning to the Doctor. Thus, while Gatwa's tenure can claim credit for bringing Susan back after many years, it didn't fully deliver on the anticipation for her return. Here's hoping that in Doctor Who season 16, Davies has a well thought out plan and will eventually explain why Susan requires the Doctor's assistants. Uh, um, does the Doctor have kids yet or not? The Time Lords were sterilized, making it unclear who Susan's parents are, although the character of Doctor Who has consistently kept his family history under wraps. It's interesting to note that his granddaughter appeared as a companion in some of the earliest episodes that worked built in genuines that had been able to read. Georgia Tennant, who played Jenny, a clone of David Tennant's 10th Doctor, was the only confirmed descendant seen on the series during season 4, episode 6, The Doctor's Daughter. However, despite Penn revealing in 2006's Fear Here that he had been a father at one point, the character of 15 has consistently maintained that he does not have any children. And there's a chance that Conrad's Wish World could indeed imply 15 as Poppy's father, though with the reality war seems to contradict this. However, the presence of Susan suggests that the Doctor has or will have a child at some point, since the Time Lords have been sterilized due to the Master's genetics experiments. It remains unclear how the Doctor's family lineage in season 16 and beyond can be restored to include Susan as a relative. For